Alright, so I think started now. Alright, so over here we go. Oh, hold on. Hold on one second. Yeah, you guys was still using the wrong camera here. I don't know how much you care about it, but and I know what I'm clicking around with here, but alright. Alright, so Sam Greenwood here, going through some hands that we have, big apps, hands that have been played on Poker King, and then you're going to watch me play, so we can start off here. Oh. Do we have 47 hands loaded in here? Alright, well, we'll see. So, here we have, let's get out. Oh, this is what I'll be playing today, actually. This format here, which is big ante. Oh no, this is a big ante, because there's 750 in the pot here, so there's 400 in antes. So almost 2 big blinds in antes. We get pocket kings raising here on the button with a big blind straddle. And then the call. You know, or actually, I don't even know. This pocket kings or this the guy's avatar. I think this is the guy's avatar. Sorry, it's early in the morning for me. Anyways, Queen A3, 2 flush draws. Check. Big check raise here. And call, quick call. Oh, so that is funny. So kings was his avatar, but he did not actually have kings, or he had different kings. Sevens river was a full house. So I think pre-flop very standard, kings raises, sevens calls. Flop sevens. I think it was a pretty big flop bet, but sevens still needs to call, especially sevens with a heart. Turns a little tricky. I think kings can go either way, and I get checking. There's an 8 out, you're worried about an 8, but I think you still bet with 2 flush draws out there. There's a lot of value you can get. Hold on. There's a lot of value you can get here. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, my dog is going insane. So we're going to try to see. I think she just wants water. Hopefully that's it. I'm sorry for this, but I don't know if you can do that loud. Oh, quickly higher screen, which I do not think you want. Anyways. There we go. Now the river here is where things get tricky. Kings is a really easy value bet. You can get called by anything. You can get called by ace high, a 3, probably not a queen, which bets itself the first time. So you bet queen, you bet With kings, pretty easy. You get check raised, and now you just have a pure bluff catcher. He's never raising like ace queen for value here. He's especially with that size. So just a question of what you want to do, and I mean, yeah, obviously king does have an 8. I think it's pretty player dependent. My guess is, yeah, having king of spades and king of hearts is not great either, because he might try to show down king high flush draws and then bluff them. His most likely bluffs are probably hands with a 3 in them, or maybe the occasional hand with a 7 in them. Anyways, I can't fault kings for calling here when you kind of disguise your hand a little like that by checking the turn and you're quite high up in your range. Then it's pretty tempting to call. On the other hand, almost all your value bets here will be something in the range of a bad queen, 2 kings and aces. So you have to fold some hands, and folding hands with the spade and the heart seem okay as well. Not the most, I gotta say, I think it's just a tough spot with kings, basically, and I think at some points you just have to decide, there are technical things to consider here, but ultimately you just gotta decide if the guy bluffing or not. So here we have a smaller stakes hand. We have a dead, okay. We have a player posting in the cutoff, and then 11 big blind raise, and a call, and what do we got here? Another call. Oof. These hands will be fun because I don't know, and the big blind calls. Okay, so now you have 4 players in the pot. There's 11 big blind raise. We are in total, kind of like street poker around here. Do whatever you want. Big bet here. Big bet here on, oh, I didn't even realize the small blind cards were 5 ways. Jeez. Big bet. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, this is, okay, hold on, I'm sorry, you guys can still hear that, I assume, so I'm going to try to get the dog to calm down so she's not keep freaking out for Apple. I'm going to see if I can hold her, and that'll calm her down. And then if she can't, she's, I don't know, I'm sending her in the street. Here we go. Everyone say hello. Hi. Okay. And then here, yeah, here's I don't even know. We'll see what they show down. Check. So, I mean, when that guy raises the flop here, the button, he should have a 5 or 4 a lot. Occasionally like a flush draw, or occasionally, I don't even know, like, it's hard for him to have a pocket pair because he would jam so many of them pre-flop with that much money in the pot. So I'm going to guess he has 6-7 here, and he was bluffing. No, he just had ace-4, and the other guy had 6-7. So I think, yeah, so I guess he did bluff him off a chop on the end, which is pretty nice. I think if you're 6-7, you just have to bluff on the river. I mean, I guess you're playing the board, so it doesn't matter. You can bluff with whatever you want once you're playing the board. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like with no diamonds in your hand, I don't think the other guy has. Frankly, if I'm 6-7, I'm just sitting there going, if he has 5s full of 4s beat, then good for him. He gets all my money. But I just don't think he does very often. Would be my thoughts. So here we have another, still playing this big ante game. Big ante and a straddle. We get, okay. Alright. We get 2 limps. And it's funny, I've never played this format here, 2 antes and big antes and a straddle, so even watching these hands here, I'm like, well, now I'm vaguely. This is my preparation for you guys watching me play. I'm going to see how these games play. Okay, so he goes all in for. Does he go? Yeah, he goes all in for like pot here. There's a lot of money in the flop pot. Reasonable play. Maybe he should have just gone all in. Oh man. Then I go and back up here 1 second, sorry. Ah. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. It's gotta be. Yeah. Oh, wrong hand. Sorry. I shouldn't make poker players wake up before 8 in the morning. You want to see some real. Yeah. Okay. So here I'm speeding it up, but it's not. Yeah, I think there's so much money. I think the flop shove is fine. I mean, if he does have just aces or kings, then I retract my comments. But I think he should just be shoving the flop a bunch. Oh, sorry, shoving pre-flop a bunch. There was what? Yeah, like he has like $11 and there's like 2, 3 in the middle. Yeah, I think he should probably just be shoving pre-flop with a bunch, unless he has aces or kings, in which case fine. But if he has a hand like ace king or ace queen or ace jack or jacks, which yeah, it seems pretty unlikely at this point that he has jacks, but you never know. Check raise, okay. So yeah, a lot going on here. I don't know why the nuts, why queen 10 check back the turn there. That's kind of weird. Feels like, and it also feels like this starts in the beginning. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why queen 10 check back the turn there. You have the nuts. There's a lot of money in the pot. There's a lot to play. And then it feels like even more money should have gone in the river. Obviously, queen 10, I don't think can fold to check raise. With that size, there's no reason that he could talking shit couldn't have like ace jack or something like that. And yeah, queen 9 suited, probably just complete or shove pre-flop. But I think once you get to the flop, shoving is gotta be good. I'm trying to do this in order because hand 44. You get a big raise, big call, queen jack 3. Yeah, so the common theme with a lot of these hands, they're actually quite tricky poker hands because they're these multi-way hands, a lot of money's going in pre-flop. Everyone's ranges should be pretty defined, but they actually have a lot of hands that they shouldn't have. So, generally, when you play these big, I mean, that's all likely, this one though seems pretty reasonable here. Aces, raise over a limp. Ace 10 with a backdoor called the flop. 8-9 without a backdoor folds the flop, which I think is a good tight fold. Turn is a queen, which is a little scary for aces. Check, check over the ace of hearts, and ace 10, again, fine hand to bluff catch with. Not beating any value bets, but it also feels like you might only be losing to, like a flush or a non-nut flush, because you can't have the ace of hearts, obviously, or aces, and you block aces, so I think that's a good call. And then the other thing is, if you did have a queen, you would probably end up value betting a lot yourself, so you need to have hands in your check range that you want to call with. Yeah, what I was going to say about these hands that make them pretty tricky in a lot of ways is So generally, obviously when there's more money in the pot, you play looser. That makes sense. But then, and when you play multi-way, you play tighter. So there's these two competing forces here, which is there's a lot more money in the pot, so you want to see more flops. But at the same time, there's there's more people in the hand, which means like the type of hand you need to win a hand needs to be stronger. So when you're playing, you want to play a little looser, but then early on, but then as more money gets in the pot, you need to play tighter. So you need to change things up, and then you get things. So I'm saying it sure looks like, speaking of the last hand here, it sure looks like this guy who 3-betted the river here might have aces full. Let's see what he has. Ace 10. Jack 9 makes a good fold again. I will say ace 10, I think, I guess, if he knows, he knows, and he thinks the other guy's Jack 9 for some reason. But I think you got to just keep betting the turn there. There's so many draws out there. If you do something like this happens where you do make the nut full house, you want to make the pot as big as possible. Yeah, I think you should probably just keep betting the turn there. And if you want to check the turn with some 10s, I would say probably not Jack 10 or 9 10 because you have the backup with the straight draw, but probably, Queen 10, King 10, something like that. And again, even here too, you could have 10x with a diamond as well. You could have a 10 and a flush draw, so definitely don't check those ones. But if you have Queen 10 off or King 10 off, they seem like maybe the ones you want to check. Yeah, so again, because I think I'll be playing the 2.5 ante game today, but these games have this giant ante. It's like the blinds are 0.5 and 5 people. It's like a 15 big blind ante here. It's kind of wild. I don't know. It's a format of poker. I have no idea how to play. So again, we're going to see, and they're super deep too. Even here. It's on, yeah, so this is obviously the deeper you get, the more valuable being in positioning, which is nice for someone like Giacetti. He can control the size of the pot, but he can control the size of the pot, but here he's up against, yeah, that hand actually seems pretty reasonably played from everyone. 6-5 is, I think, maybe actually... Yeah, I think 6-5 is probably putting a little too much money on the flop and turn here, just because, again, he's so deep and there's so many bad rivers for him. Like, even this deep, like, value betting, say, like an ace is kind of dicey for him. But it's only 3, 4, 7, 8, 2, club. Not half the deck, but like a third of the deck. And then I think Giacetti, yeah, once you river trips, you can't fold, but you should probably at least, I would just call when he gives you the option to not go all on. So, I'm trying to, I got a little out of whack here and I hit the, yeah, so this hand we saw, okay, good, so 42 tonight. Yeah, they loaded in, as you see here, 47 hands for me, and it went to hand number 1. So we're going 47 down, and now we have 42. This is a slightly more, I guess, normal game here, no crazy antes, and we just get a normal pre-flop raise. This, I'm in my comfort zone here a little more. Even here, I haven't played very much straddle, and I love it. But yeah, so this is button versus big blind versus straddle. Now, the button here, when they c-bet the flop, a lot of the hand they're c-betting with the, big pairs, ace king, king queen, those straight draw, stuff like that. When two people call, you're up against a flush a lot, so you should be cautious to continue. And he definitely could have a full house. Like, I think check his set at the button is reasonable. Yeah. Well, if he did, I don't think he's bluffing here. That's my takeaway. Yeah. Oh, wow. What a hand. Yeah, I will say, and good fold from King 7 of diamonds. Not an easy fold to make. I will say, I think tens needs to squeeze pre-flop and also needs to check raise the flop 3 ways. Just to make hands like King 7 of diamonds or put in money, The other thing is, as we established that, 3 of diamonds rolls off and 2s is interested in checking the turn. So, if you're tens, not only that, you want to make people, not only do you want to make the small blind or the button put in money with flush draws, but you also definitely want them to put in money with the good hands now before the board gets a little, the board kind of gets a little scary for them. Alright, so here we have 5, 10, 20. No? Is there an ante here? Yeah, there is. But this is a small ante. This is a more like, again, kind of normal game, I guess. Yeah, this is about 1 big blind in ante, which is pretty normal. So these guys are like 150 blinds deep and 300 deep. Yeah, so the big blind here should be betting sometimes and checking sometimes. Sometimes he'll have like a hand like ace king or king queen of hearts or something like that miss. And then sometimes he'll obviously have big pocket pairs as his good hands. And then occasionally, Now, I don't like this turn lead from him. If you raised out of the big blind and had a 9, you would bet most of the time yourself. I'm a little confused with this replay. What? Okay, I think something goofy happened there in the replay. I think okay, I don't think he actually led the turn. I think that was a mistake in the replay. And I think what actually happened was he check called 220, which makes more sense. Because leading the turn, if you did raise with a 9, you'd bet it a lot on the flop, and you would check raise it a lot if you check the flop. So yeah. I wonder if we're going to see. Yeah, I was going to see. So yeah, that's a nice call down. I was going to say, like, I think it can be a little tricky because so much. I think it's also good. I mean, if I were bluffing with King 4 and I got there, I would probably just go all in instead of betting half pot. I do think there was an element where you bet half pot there where you either, what you're representing is like a 6 or 7s or 8s or maybe, but even like 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces that limped pre-flop and then just called a raise seems pretty unlikely to me. So I think when you're betting the river there, what your value bets there are a 9 or a full house or a straight, and I think you should size accordingly and bet big. And then from ace queen's perspective, it's like, ace king, you do have a lot of people, especially the way they construct the ranges there, will have ace king high or ace queen high too often, but you still need to call with it some of the time, because otherwise you're just getting bluffed constantly. Oh, almost skipped back to hand 1 there, but caught it. So again, this is another big ante game here where it's now I know how to read the stakes in the app, but yeah, it's a 1 10-cent big blind and a 25-cent ante, so yeah, quite big. And I actually don't even know if these games are in dollars or or RMB, but we'll say dollars, we'll say it's higher stakes, makes it more fun. I mean, it does have the little, So what's funny about this is, from my perspective, I've seen enough of these hands here from this time streaming and the previous time streaming. The part of what's going on in my head is I'm trying to hand read the people who selected these hands to see what they're, what to expect. Like, when I saw that, alright, I didn't have time to get anything there, but yeah, when I saw the set over quads hands, for instance, my instinct was like, well, like why did this hand get picked? And when the guy shoved the river, I'm like, well, I assume he has a big hand here, because that's, the people picking the hands, like, big bluffs, big coolers, big call downs, stuff like that. So here I thought maybe we were getting the aces check back on the turn here. But then I thought, there was a part of me that also thought, well, there's been a lot of hands with big pre-flop hands right now, so I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, like some of the other hands, ace-10 kind of just is, again, ace-10 probably could fold pre-flop here, but it's close. I don't really know how to play this format, so I assume calling's fine. And then on the river, you have, I think the thing ace-10 actually could have done themselves is block the river for value. So then if you check and you face a bet here, there's two things. One, if you have ace-10, now you can get called from worse hands, which is nice, obviously, like kings, queens, jacks, worse aces. And then the other thing is, if you block and get shoved on, you're up against a tighter range than if you check and face a bet. So here, when you check and face a big bet, you don't really know what to do. It's tricky. You only beat a bluff, really. But if you block and get shoved on, then you can probably get a little value from those medium strength hands like we talked about. But then also, when he has you beat, you can probably save yourself some money. Alright, so here we have $1, $2, $5 ante. So yeah, same sort of game here. And then the other thing that's weird here, the big blind here has like a third of his stack is in the middle of the pot here, even though he has 100 and, he has 70 big blinds, but with the giant ante, he has so much of his money dead. So you get a big raise here. Yeah. Again, I say big because it's 20 big blinds, but it's, it's like a pot-sized raise. It isn't all that big. Get two calls. Alright. Check through. I would think that ace-10 board is one that he bets fairly often, the small blind guys do, but he's up against two callers and maybe not. Again, maybe he just had aces and flop quads and is trying to, go play. Now I don't think he has aces. Now I think he just probably has a 10 or maybe jacks or queens or king queen, or just like a hand like 8-9 suited, which has nothing now. Now I say this and then he's going to shove over the raise. Again, people here like to leave money back for some reason. So yeah, he did have kings. Again, ace-5, again, you could fold pre-flop to the raise. Maybe not the first time with the giant antes. And although I will say, if you're looking to construct a limping range and an open raising range here, you want to be, a hand like ace-5 off is a good hand to raise because it plays so tricky multi-way. You'd rather limp a hand like, like king-5 suited, whichever makes a flush, you can win a big pot and a big limped pot. But ace-5 off, yeah, like, you know, this board hits and even here you're not loving it. Yeah, ace-5 off, again, could bet the flop, fine. And then probably has to call the turn and probably has to bet the river. And then, again, as we've discussed with a bunch of the spots on the river, well, some of it just comes down to if you think the guy's bluffing or not. He is a very good bluff catcher, obviously, with an eighth, and I never fault him for calling. So now we're kind of back to a more traditional ante structure here. You have 5, 10, 20 with the $2 ante, so about one big blind in antes, a little less. But we do have 3 blinds, we do have a straddle. Okay, so we get the raise and the min 3 bet. 5-3-4 is interesting because it's a pretty dynamic board, a lot going on, but neither player really supposed to hit it all that often. But let's see. Big turn raise, big call. So, I mean, the obvious value hand for the in-position player here will be a set of 10s. The obvious bluffs there, oof, just snapped them off with 9s immediately. Wow. Big call. I was going to say the obvious bluffs are just kind of a hand like he has, like any hand with an ace or a 6, or like when the queen hits on the river, that also makes it a lot harder too. Yeah. All right. So I thought I was playing a. So. Yeah, so it's funny. I was talking about this crazy big ante game, and I didn't realize I would too would be playing that. So wow, he just bet half a stack and that right? Sorry, I don't want to. Sorry, yeah. So he just bet. Yeah, sorry. I was just. He just bets half a stack here and folds. Crazy. I mean, you know. Even if, I mean, I guess he could have some hand. Even if you had like. You know, like 9-10 off there, you probably need to call. Getting such a good price. But we'll see after the hand, I guess, what he had. I mean, I'm sure he just had nothing. But if you have, you know, a pair, a backdoor flush draw, a backdoor straight draw, you just need to call off there because he's getting, well, he's only getting like 15-1 or something. It's not that crazy, but all right. The river aggression we are seeing. These hands. Oh, I gotta say the amount of times these hands have somebody. Yeah, so he had king queen off. I guess if we're seeing a lot of hands here where people checking back really strong hands on the turn, and then correctly identifying that the other guy had them beat. So here we have I gotta say, every game here slightly different, a little trickier. Yeah, so the game I'm going to be playing is almost going to be like, not quite this much, but it's going to almost be like short deck, no limit. Where it is, yeah, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be... Alright, what do we got here? Back call. Man, they are deep here too. They're very deep, and 3 people hit this, was in this turn, so. And the 3 is a pretty blank card here, I gotta say. Like, I mean, it's, the main thing is maybe somebody could be bluffing with an ace-3 suited, and now it's obviously harder to have a set of 3s. And then I guess it's like also like relevant in the sense now too that if you did have a draw, you might be drawing dead if you had a flush draw or a straight draw now, or even, yeah. Oh man, this guy just busted the double check raise. What a move! Yeah. Oh, I gotta say, it's a little it is a touch. Yeah, 6-9 diamonds gets out there. It is a touch disappointing when you see this crazy action and then you just see it's a massive Hulu. Like, I was hoping, you know, Maya had like 8-7 of hearts or something and was just going for it. But, yeah. Just set over set for really big pot. Yeah, like 50,000 RMB. Big pot. Yeah, so I'm trying to compare. I mean, I don't have time to do it when I'm playing it, but compare this game to short deck that I'll be playing now. One of the differences in short deck is the button acts last pre-flop, which obviously is pretty substantial compared to the big blind. Acting last, but in terms of the money in the pot, so like if you're forced in short deck in a 6-handed game, there's going to be 7 antes in the pot, and you need to call 1 into, you know, so you're getting, you'll get your pot odds are about like 8-1 or so. You need to call 1 ante into a pot of 7. And here under the gun, I'll be playing a game where there will be, if it's a 6-handed game, there'll be 330 in the pot, and you need to call 20, so you even looser. Yeah. There's about double the amount of money in the pot pre-flop dead compared to what you need to call to short deck. So there should be a lot of action, should be playing a lot of hands, should be quite fun. Yeah, I gotta. Every hand we get a rubber raise here. I mean, this one seems. Because again, if he had like 2 pair or a set, you'd think he would not be. I think he's. Let's see what we got here. Queens. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you just think if you have 2 pair or a set, you would play aggressively on the turn with all those draws out there. But you know, credit to him, he left 5-7 in diamonds, bluff off some. Here we're, you know, again a pretty normal sort of game. 5, 10, 20 with a $5 ante. We get the low jack raise, small blind call. 4, 4, 5. This is a spot where neither player is really supposed to have a 4 all that often, but you know, you can still have 4-5 suited or ace-4 suited or pocket 4s, and you know, obviously still plenty of other good hands. Oval pairs, you know, 5's full. The way this hand plays out, it looks like the small blind goes kind of as a 5 of a bunch. And then, again, unless, as happens in all these hands, that you have a check raise. So, yeah, it's a small river check raise here. Again, you're representing like a full house or better, so just stick it in. Yeah, so I will say, observing, you know, somebody who does not play on WPT Global, there is definitely seems to be a pattern in this hand, these hands, which is there's a lot of people play quite passive on the turn for some reason, not betting with good hands often, and then but then they seem to be right also a lot too. And then the other thing I was going to say is yeah, people not going all in. Like if I can give you one piece of advice from watching these hands, if you have a full house or something on the river, just and you have like less than 2x pot to play, just and you're raising, just go all in. You know, make sure he pays off all that extra money in your stack when you have a good hand. I had friends who played PLO, and they joked that there was a reg in the game who would always he would not pot on like the flop or the turn, and spots would they felt you were supposed to pot, and then the end of the year they wanted to just write the guy a check and be like, hey, here's the thank you, here's all the money you saved me by not potting. So, you know, obviously in any sort of poker game there's a balance between getting paid as often as possible versus getting paid the most you can get paid. But my advice to you is, on the river, if you have a very good hand and you're raising and you have like less than 2-3x pot, just go all in. Another just monster cooler here. Not phosphorus, 2 pair, the 200, like what, if you cannot pick the river here to deliver more action. Not much for me to comment on here, to be honest. I mean, like, King 8 pre-flop a little loose, but, you know, whatever. You'll see some loose pre-flop play, not the end of the world. So here is kind of like the game I'll be playing here, where you get the big raise. I need to be paying attention to this game because, I'll be playing this at 10, 20, 50, and I don't know how to play, and I don't know what the meta game of it all is, so we'll see. Yeah. Oh, come on. Okay. My metagame note here is I'm going to try to be the guy who has kings. Not the guy who tries with eights. But, so again, does he check back? What is every hand here? Some guy checks back the turn with a great hand. And then here, with quads, I think the size makes some sense with quads on the river because you figure any king will shove on me and then I'll just pick the size where I'm trying to get like jacks, 10s, 9s to call me. I would still probably just go all in with quads just to make sure I get called by kings. So here we have a 8-handed game here. This is kind of more of a normal game. You have oh, there's actually kind of a weird, man, there's going to be people who are watching this stream who think I'm such an idiot for just figuring it out, but there's kind of an interesting format too here where you have a small blind that doesn't put money in the pot. My instinct is I don't really think it's a great format. I just think even normal straddle no limit games encourage title play often. People think it encourages looser play because there's more money in the pot, but it doesn't actually really encourage people to play more hands. It just puts more money in the pot. So here I think you have the worst of both worlds. You have this 3 blind structure here, which is going to get people to play tighter because the small blind is further out of position. But then in addition to that, yeah, I was going to say that c-bet here with ace king is a little, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's a little dicey. And then once you get in the turn, yeah, I think full pot is way too much money for ace king to be putting in here, just because, again, like there's so many bad rivers for you. You know, hit the king, which is great, but oh yeah, so I was going to say the 3 blind, this structure I think kind of at the worst of, and again here we have king 7, not going all in. Go all in if you have a full house. Just do it. He had ace king, he was going to call you probably. Oh no, the thing I was going to say, so yeah, this is the kind of worst of both worlds, this format, because it encourages people to play title, and there's less the 3 blind structure encourages people to play title, and there's even less money in the pot. So okay, so here we have a big ante, but not that big, and I mean still kind of big, but it works out to being about 2 big blinds and antes, or like 2 straddles and antes, I should say. So still pretty big. So I'm going to shortly I'm going to start playing, but before I do, I'm going to try to see if I can. Well, we'll see this hand here. Yeah, pretty normal hand here. King Queen of Clubs could maybe have checked back the turn there and tried to show down, but it's fine. And obviously Ace 9 of Clubs is never folding for any amount of money, basically. Let's see if I can get one more hand here in the... Yeah, okay, so this is the format I'll be playing here, this 10-28. Oh, wow. This... What happened here? Did this... Well, this is... Okay, this is 8-way limp to the flop here, I guess. I guess shit happens sometimes. Okay. This guy goes all in here, big river raise. I mean, the way these hands are shaky out, I think we'll better see aces or kings here. Let's see. Ace king. Yeah. Wow. Sick fold from king queen there. I mean, I get it because you go, well, like, what can the guy be bluffing with? But also, you have a king in your hand, you have a queen. I assume ace king suited needed to overlap. Unless the hand did start at the flop, so maybe it's some weird format where it automatically gets that. Yeah, because you have 10-3. If that's how it works, it's just some weird format where you get on everyone gets dealt in and you deal out a flop. If so, that's kind of a tricky format here, and maybe it's a good fold. I mean, a lot of money's going in the pot. Nothing has been done to narrow the ranges. Yeah. And if that is what it is, though, my only concern is then you have so many kings, you know, that folding a boat seems kind of crazy. Because you could have as much as like king 2, king 3, king 4, king 5, you know, certainly of hearts. Yeah. That's my only concern about that. So, it is 9 o'clock now. That was the last hand. So, I'm going to find out how to play. What do I do here? You told me how to do this last time. I gotta do games. You know, instead of just you guys watching me click around, I'm going to ask how do I join the table here. I go to lobby. And then here, live at South table. There we go. Is it down here? There we go. I will sit. Oh. Okay, so I don't even know. Okay, I'm going to just, I don't know what I'm supposed to be buying in with here. So I'm going to do some real dumb things here. Okay, so 2,000 RMB. Okay, so 2,000 RMB is like, how much USD? 275? No, that doesn't seem like enough. Now, 200,000. Oh no, 20,000 is. Does that mean 20,000? Yeah, okay, I'll buy them for full stack, I guess. Okay, and I don't think I can go south now. And maybe I should have. We'll see who plays with me. In the meantime, I will say I am going. For those interested, I'll be in EPT Cyprus, and I will be in Trident Monaco, which would be a lot of fun. If people think, you know, that there might be people who think, wow, Sam is a good poker player. Oh, hold on, here we go. So, yeah, so now I gotta kind of figure this out on the fly here. So we are actually, we're 100 big blinds deep, but we are actually a lot closer to being well, we can pretend it's like yeah. There we go. But yeah, it's closer to being like 80-40, something like that. 40-80, not 10-20. Not a good gun for my hand. I don't. Oh my god. Wow. I can move rocket. So now, so we're playing 40-80, now we're like 100 with blind Z, sort of. I don't know who this guy is. He's the MVP. Yeah, it is nice to because I can't. He can heal me, I believe, is what the WPT Global streaming team has told me. So I can't comment on my hands that they're happening, but I can. Oh, and then also I'm playing heads up, so I need to in a format I've never played before. So I gotta thank you. I want to give like a quality stream entertainment, you know, but it can be tricky. Now we have somebody else at the table, which is nice. Yeah, hold on. Sorry guys, I was too eager to play apparently, and I need the technical team here to help out for 1 second, but I don't want to. And now we lost the player apparently. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I think I need to call here, even though I don't have a good hand. Yeah. Oh well, the ace is not that much money went in the pot, and the ace is just a really good kicker to have. Yeah, I'm hoping, I mean, you know, I'm having fun playing heads up here, but I'm hoping to get a ring table here so I can get the full 10, 20, 50 experience here. As is, we're getting, you know, not really the whole experience. Because we're getting a lot of, I mean, we're just getting a weird heads up no limit variant, which is pretty similar to other versions of heads up no limit. I want to get the full 10, 20, 50 experience here. Well, I cannot continue here, but let's grab it onto you. See if I would have done it. Okay, good job. I also will say with my hand here 6-3, if I did bet the turn, I probably would have needed to give up on the king of spades rebel. So you know that's as well. That might have been a hand which if we bet the river I might have needed to check raise, but didn't come to that. Okay. Now we will see. Okay. The tech team here is just helping me out here a little. Hopefully by the time we return hopefully by the time I return the table will still be up and running and we'll still have a game to play. Sorry, there's just a miscommunication here. Exactly. I'm getting a little practice here. I don't know if I should be talking with the competitors, but later today that GG's going to have the 10K heads up bracelet event, so getting a little heads up reps here should be a bit of fun. Get ready. And now, let's see. Okay, I think. microphone is on, going live. I'm ready, I believe. Now we just gotta wait for the game to cool. Alright, we got the same guy back. He wants to play me heads up. Nice. Now I think he can hear and see me at the table, so you know he can't be. I gotta be watch what I say and do. Not the best run out for my hand, but not the worst run out. Alright, here we go. So now you can hear my dog whining in the background. She's gotten tired of me. She found a bone, so I think we're actually we might be doing okay on the dog front now. Alright. Anybody here who's watching the stream, I will say, come on, come and play. Come and join us. Not that playing I like playing heads up. I like playing this format of heads up. It's kind of fun with the giant ante, but it's hard for me to play heads up, talk about what's going on, because he can hear me. I just need to kind of talk about sort of mindless nonsense. Oh yeah, so I was saying, if you are one of the people who think I'm a pretty good no-limit player, then in EPT Monaco you might get to see me play some very bad PLO. So if you want to see me play, EPT Monaco, Trident Monaco. So yeah, if you want to see whenever that starts, if you want to see some bad PLO, go ahead. Will I win? Hey, beat Ace King. Beating a lot of hands today. I cannot win this one, though. That is for sure. Well, I mean, I could. But I thought I might have an okay hand to be well off with here, but not with that size. Oh, sorry. Not when I can continue with the check raise. Yeah, I think that's a good call by ace high. I could play a king like that. Oh. I do not know how. To me, I can hear my dog whining quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but if it gets really out of control, I think the whining could just be fine. But if it turns into whining and barking, then I might need to send her off with my wife. So we'll see. Alright, we might need to. But yeah, we can try this one more time. We'll try it. We'll try how. Let's see if this calms you down at all. Just hanging out on the lap. Oh no. I mean, I guess they just won the part with 7-2. And kind of. I'm getting pretty hot this heads up match here. I keep getting best hand. You know, things have worked out pretty well for me. Let's see what he's got. Oof. I was in big trouble there. Alright. What's going on? No, don't touch. Ah! I don't know if he picked up on that, but my dog put a paw on my touchpad. Let's see what he had. Alright, so at least she knew he was bluffing. And called him the flop, but then on the turn he just got bad luck, you know. Nice value right there. I wasn't that excited about calling, but with I think without a heart I could fold, but with a heart I think I just have to go reluctant as well. Okay. See him. Alright, now we get a three-handed game, ideally. PO4 is good? No. Kind of a weird check, but... Yep, unclear if we have a third player or not. He's making a bit of a comeback here. Alright, now we're kind of getting a little more what I was... Well, I mean, I can't play this hand, but, you know, bit of fun. Big ante, three-handed. I get some hands off here where I can talk with you guys a little here. I hope everyone is enjoying the stream thus far. So yeah, so the thing that's tricky here is, yeah, you get real big ante, a lot of money dead in the pot. We get to play lots of hands. Should be a lot of fun. Although, you can play lots of hands, but not quite everything. No. I've been flopping trips a lot on this stream. Yeah, I don't think I could call on the turn with if I didn't have a gut shot. I know it seems weird because it's a monotone board and you don't really think of a straight as being that good, but having that extra equity in case he's betting for protection with a 7 or a jack is enough to swing it. again, if anyone's watching the stream, I'll actually give you a bit of a tip here if you're watching the stream, which is I'm sitting deep, and the guy who was playing heads up was also playing deep. So, this guy here, AA with 1280 in his stack, is actually should be doing really well in this game because he's a short stack and there's a big ante. He's a short stack and there's a big ante and we're deep. So if you're on the fence, if you're just kind of sitting around Saturday night, I think it's Saturday night, or is it a Friday night for you guys? Whatever it is. No, I think it's Friday night, right? Friday night, you're sitting around, you don't know what to do. If you want to sit down at this table, short stack, you'll probably be winning in the game. You have a couple really big advantages here. Good for world. Well, I mean, I assume so. Somebody listen to me. Alright. Four-handed game going on now. Oh my god, five-handed game. Damn. I convince everyone, the guys, people are watching, people are listening. I'm an influencer. I can get people to add all these games. And I got a land by now. What a world. What a world. What a monster flop for my hand here. Ooh. No insurance. No insurance. Wrong ace for him. No, can't do that. Alright, we got a full game now. Now, but what I need to happen, that's not happening here, is I need the short stacks to start getting all in versus each other. And then we can get deep, and then we can start having, then we can start really having some fun, you know? I will also accept busting them myself, but you know. Let's put a club out there. Oof. Let's go ace of diamonds. Ace. I think that's clear. Ace. 3, 2, 1, ace of diamonds. Oh, shit. Oh my god, that was fun. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna fold here. We'll get some short stack counted here. Get some big all-ins. Yep, got some fresh blood at the table here. Ooh. Alright. Hey, okay, ace of diamonds again. No. Alright, I got my wish though. Well, a little bit. Do I need to send him a gift back? I think so. What can I send it back? He gave me a Lambo, so I'll give him a nothing more plain. Rather than this working. Plain. Send. Do I not have the things? Yep, we have it all right here. So we got a flush draw, but it's king queen. Okay, now we're sort of getting what I wanted here. Our people are getting a little deeper. Good hand. Okay, now I also feel comfortable just showing my hand a bunch, because before I didn't want to show my hand all that often because okay, it was playing heads up. Then I'm giving a little too much information away if I'm just showing my hand heads up every single time. Sorry guys. I mean, if you think, I'm not actually sure. Ideally, I'd wake up a little, you know, as this progresses, but I don't know if that's how it's going to play out. Alright. Alright. No insurance. I don't even know that's a good card for me. I mean, yeah, I guess it's good. Yeah, it's definitely a good card for me. There we go. Well, sorry guys. Here I was trying to get the short stacks to double up, have a little more money, and then I'm just busting them all. I still stand by what I said though. It is a good spot. It's, you know. Definitely is a good spot. Jack is good. Alright, got kind of a, well, I don't know what King 4 definitely cost themselves 320 RMB there. Not quite sure why. Alright, I thought the 9 of diamonds was bad for me. Turns out it was actually an extremely good turn card for me. Oh, got some new blood. No, couldn't do it. Okay, well, now we're going to do something that we spent a lot of time last time doing, figuring out how I can do this. Do I not have tokens to make to the gifts? This is, oh, well, no, do need to do that? What do I do? Do I just call the client or something? Yeah, no, there's something you do. I think I got it. Alright. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Well, okay, this is what I get for trying to send Lamborghinis and whatnot. I think I can just, yeah, okay. Oh. I mean, and I think I'm still losing. Well, I don't think I would have won, but you know, I had to. My misadventure there caused me to foil the. Foil 5-4 suited, not great. Always nice to get aces. Always nice to win a pot with aces, you know, can't complain. Alright. Let's see if I made a good fold. Oof, did not make a good fold. I just figured you got the big bet you have a skewy board, you have a big bet, you have a call. So I just didn't think even if my 5 was good right now, like, yeah, so even if the 5 was good on, like, both the actual hands I was up against, like, it's hard to win on 7, 4, 2, ace, 10, diamond. There's a lot of bad cards for me, so, I mean, club is obviously nice, jack is obviously nice, 5 is obviously nice, but full part call twice, and I didn't think I could do it. Alright, we got a bit of a pop wheel in here. No showdown.
Hello, man.
Can't check down. Not low. Not something I can do. Well, I mean I could, but you know. Okay, well, So I have good news for the viewers, though. They've been using my onboard laptop camera here. Oh. Oh no, I got it. Okay. Yeah. So when I did the thing where I closed my see, now you can see me. Now there I am on the table. Yeah. You gonna let me act? Open folding here so they can fix this camera if they're listening. Hello? Fix the camera. Alright, there's enough dead money in here. Alright. Oof. Why would I need insurance for one out of here? Come on. Oh. Alright, we can chop it up. That's okay. Okay. Yep, all on the call. Oof. The little thing on the top that says insurance not needed on the turn when one player is drawing dead, that's pretty rough. It's a pretty tough needle. Alright, so I think we're sort of getting there here. Now almost everyone at the table has over 200 big blinds, which is not actually 200 big blinds with the giant ante, but it's over 200 big blinds but less than 100 antes, so maybe that's what we'll strive for here, 100 antes. wonder if ace 2 would have... If he bluffs on the 10, he might get it to go through. Pretty tough spot with just a set of threes. Yeah. Oof. Cooked me. Oh, we got a set and an oval pair. Alright. I don't know what is going on in my house or what is going on here, but it is cold. Cold, cold, cold. Cold outside? No, not really, just cold in here. We got a big pot here. You know, oh, come on, 8-5. You're better than that. You have 8 high, you have a flush blocker, just stick it in, make him call it to you. Yeah, when I'm going through this hand history review at the beginning, I think what they should do is they should show me hands from other people who are doing the VIP stream, you know? Let me judge Kawhi Aldemir's fight, or he's a world championship. World champion. Who else? I forgot. You know, there were a bunch of kind of notable. I mean, of course, everyone who did the stream was notable, but who else? Who else? Yeah, we got Kawhi. We got Henrik Hecklin. Dan DeVos is coming at you next weekend, like, you know. Yeah. Oop. Eh. So, yeah, I mean, I have a short here, but, you know, he was getting it no matter what. No way I'm folding on that board. Alright, now we're getting a little deeper here. That ace-jack hand is an example of a hand that I would not have shoved in normal situation, but with the big ante, I think I can shove. They just, you know, so again, I would, of course, I'd never, maybe not, of course, but I wouldn't shove ace-jack for 100 big blinds. They'll cut off with small blind, but 100 big blinds with 10 big blinds dead in the middle. Yeah, then it becomes pretty tempting. Kind of a rough go over for this X dual guy. Keeps making second best hands. Alright, I'll help him out. I'll let him see him flop for free. Ace-2, come on, bet somewhere. Well, maybe I would have got the max. Maybe if he... Maybe I would have just got him to fold otherwise. Yeah, so that was a really nice river for me with Jack 8. The fact that he peeled the 7, it wasn't a heart, which is something he could have bluffed me on, it wasn't an ace, obviously, which gives me better hand, or queen, or, you know, all sorts of other things. Worked out pretty well. I think tomorrow, I didn't know what people, how many chips people would buy in with, but tomorrow I think we're going to buy in for a little less. I think it might be a little intimidating to see the 34,000 stack here. I mean, I bought in for 20, so I still have chipped up quite a bit, but it doesn't seem like there's really much need for me to buy in for more than 10. I guess I could have got a little more from him on the turn, but it happens. I think if I had a better king, I could get a little greedy here, but yeah. Maybe I could have gotten to 4th king 7 on the turn. Was tempting there. I kind of wanted to continue, but ooh, not what I wanted to see. Just kind of hoping for like an ace 2 off kind of hand. Ooh, no. Alright. Yeah, it could have been a lot more expensive. Good fold. Bunch of bad hands for all of us there. Alright. I'm a little curious what he had there with that 2 lead. I know I didn't get the opportunity. Oh, alright, let's get a little interesting here. Now we got somebody buying in deep. Alright. Could be gearing up for a fun last little bit of time here. We got somebody buying in deep. Now let's see what type of flyer he is. Eventually. Yeah, let's click it. Let's see. Alright. Oh, big, what is some big foils there. I'll also reiterate, repeat what I said earlier, which is now 2 20K stacks or 20K plus stacks here, that these short stacks are doing quite well for themselves. Now we're playing 3-handed. Alright. Alright, now we got a short stack back in the mix. I will say that the big ante structure is fun because you get to play more hands, and it creates more multi-way parts, which makes it a harder game to solve, and it makes it like a much trickier post-flop game because it's not always clear what player had the range advantage, what players have the best hands, what boards are good for what players, etc. But the other thing that is also something you notice in short deck as well is there is a lot more, four-way limp parts that just go check, 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 where no money goes in, and everyone's involved in the hand, but the hand themselves are not that interesting. They're just people cheaply trying to get to showdown. Do the thing, yeah. Wouldn't have been a good hand cut flop for my hand. Drove him out. Not that was my intention, but just worked out that way. Oh no. I was a little tempted to peel there, mate, but maybe not with so many. Yeah, I mean, that's another one of those hands where not all that exciting, but I think what's effectively a button raise with him posting. I think it's all pretty normal. A lot of sets this game. Full house stay awake. Nothing. Nope. Cannot continue. How do I hide this? I keep... Maybe I can hide the spender list thing. Yeah, good fold from a jack. I should have shown him. I forgot to click the button. I'll show him this time because we didn't show him last time. Okay. I know you're kind of supposed to, play good, play the best cards, yada yada yada. But we can try, see if we can get this to 40k by the end of the session here. They got a big pot brewing here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Aces and tens. I mean, well played and all that, but the most exciting hands. Folded the winner. Ace 10 suited and they get a walk with the giant ante? Come on. I'm not that excited here, but I think I got a call. Show me a bluff. Oof. I don't know why he checked that. Such a strong hand of the turn. But whatever. Now we got to play a little bit of deep stack poker here. It's kind of fun. Alright. 3-way, 3-bet pot. Lots of fun. Have to show the bluff. Obviously can't fold the queen here. King Jack. People really love to slow play in these games. I mean, I could have shot it up the other way, obviously, with Queen 9. You know, have the double vote block. It was a little tempting in that way, but once he overbet the river there, I kind of thought he either has a hand that isn't folding to check raise or a bluff, and didn't feel like continuing. I think a queen's a pretty bad card for me, so I can fold. Let's see. I got bluffed. Oh, yep, I got bluffed. Yeah, I think a hand like, I'd rather just call with like 10-2 or something like that, I think. Because I think a lot of his, like if you ever get, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Queen 6-5, 4-3, 2, just bet a lot beforehand. But it seems like a decent number of its bluffs should be Queen high, King high, stuff like that. probably just said, oh, almost totally just said the best hand. No. Yeah, I think I didn't. I think I just had too good a price there and too good a hand. I wouldn't. I think it's unlikely, but there's a chance he could be value betting worth 2 pair or something like that. And the other thing is, if he does have a straight, he should have 9-7 or 8-7 kind of a lot. But this is getting fun now. We're in deep. Lot of deep four-handed. None of the short stacks are in. I don't think any of the short stacks either spun it up. Also, these are just all people who bought in for the amount they have on the table, more or less. Gotta get a little bluff in there. Man, it is man, I can't call that one. Yeah, so even here, as we talked about, four-way limp pot, and I have not low playing the board, and I can't bluff it. It's annoying. Oh my god, especially when that wins. But, yeah, I'm just gonna have so much nothing there when it checks through 4 times after I over limp and did the giant antes and stuff that I want to at least bluff, you know, something that has a relevant card in some respect. Nope. Yeah, they're pretty, I think, normal two-wheel. I have, I think, the worst jack I'd play, and I have the jack of spades as well. So, you know, good hand to wheel with. Here we go. We got one more new player in here. Too big. If you made it like the 180 size, I think I gotta call it, but that's too big. I mean, let's see, relevant. Alright, good job. I mean, I could have, you know, if you check back the flop, the way I could win that hand for sure, but. Yeah, King Queen. That guy's been a little on the tighter side, and I'm not that thrilled about calling the level, but just not enough money has gotten him that two at a hand. And like he could just easily have, any jack or nine that he checkmate the flop with. We got a big pot cooking up here. Yeah, come on, man. It's annoying. I mean, he obviously follows through and bluffs a bunch of the rivers, which is fine. But the king, I thought he maybe would value each other himself. Okay. Did the same kind of spot as before. No, I mean, you can't afford the king. They want to win a million draws miss, obviously. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I think his river card with King Queen is always really good. I was just, I was kind of hoping he had. Well, I mean, I'm just hoping he had like Ace Queen of Hearts or something. That would be nice. But I mean, the other way was just kind of hoping he had like, you know, Queens or Ace Jack or something like that. What do we got here? Yeah. Ace Jack got me off the window. I mean, yeah, calling King 10 off there on the small blind is out of position. Most most 4 people financially is just not a particularly enticing proposition. Yeah, just cruising along here, winning every all in, begging to play deep with somebody, you know, let's play deep, and then bam, bluff off all my profits. That is king. Where am I headed? What do we got here? Are we going to see a flop? Unfortunately, I don't think I can see a flop here. I want to do call. That's where I would have to. Flop a flush draw. Oh no. Hey, I'll take it. Pure 05s. Do it. Fair fight. No insurance. He picked it out. I don't even know how much insurance would be. No insurance. Let's put a queen. Alright. Let's see what he check rates me with. Ace 2 with Ace of Hearts. Whoa. Setting something up. Oh man, sorry guys, you're gonna see that. You can see my tonsils. So. What do we got here? Hey, yeah. Get a walk with nines. Last time I got a walk with ace 10 suited. No. I think my headphones might have just died. Oh wow. It's really going for it. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Now we're back. Yeah, that was kind of an annoying time for the headphones to die out. I don't know if I'm using that mic as well. But I guess everything is fine, and we saw the crazy hand there. Ping Tudor really, I mean, if he put me to the test there, I would have been in a tough spot for sure. But I think, especially when the 5 rolls off, but I think part of the problem is from his perspective that it's hard, you know? Like, yeah, if he knows I have ace 3, he's in a lot of trouble, but there's no reason I couldn't have a 4, no reason I couldn't have, you know, in a bunch of runouts I couldn't have a flush. So, you know, it's hard. It's a case like that. Alright. Yeah, we have 101 friendship points. Very nice, very nice. I have I know what I'm thinking right here. What do I normally do? I'm trying to think about what I raised in normal no limit. So normal no limit, there's 2.5 blinds, so I guess you raised like 75% of the pot. So here if there's 230 in the pot, yeah, I should be raising like that. Here, I'll just lump in. Got a pretty big pot. Sizing up here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I checked the Greenwood because I wanted to make it seem like it had made. And I guess it worked because he snap folded, so I got him to bluff. Well, it would have been nice if he had something, you know, like if he had value and they could have called, but. I think. Yeah. I thought his size didn't really make sense. He needed an ace to bet that size. And I thought it was unlikely he had an ace. So I figured, hey, Jack's is a pretty good bluff catcher, so I called. And turned out he had an ace. Alright, so now we're back to where we started here. We have 15 minutes left in the stream. And now we're going to play some heads up, but no limit hold'em. Some very deep heads up, no limit hold'em, because I had been talking about can't fold the full house. Yeah. I'd been talking about how well, he let me play my he didn't even play his button. Come on, man. Alright, well, we'll see what's happening here. There's a chance that I'll just run out the clock here and nobody will set. But yeah, I was going to say heads up is when you're playing with the big ante, there's a lot more money in the pot. Even heads up with the big ante. So like, yeah, so if it's, we're each putting in 50, it's 10-20 and we're each putting in 50. So that's, what, 130 in the pot. So that's like 80-40, something like that. So when we're 20 deep there, we're like almost 300 big blinds deep. So it's still quite deep, still a tricky game, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, my most notable hand here, I don't know how, oh, here I can go here. This is the replay, I assume. We can go for the biggest hand of the session here and go through it. No. I think I need to go back. More hands than I anticipated. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Never mind. We have this guy. He's back. He's back for more. A heads up strat. I don't know. Is he hunting me here, or does he just think I'm a whale? Let's see. I mean, that's a little unfair to him. When you start off by just hitting with running trips. And now we got is that a Bulbasaur? Venusaur? I forget my Pokemon, but he's back. even with the big ante, cannot defend that one. Got a coin 4 bet here. Let's see something spicy. Right. If he bluffed me, he bluffed me. No. Pure nines. There we go. Come on, man. You can bluff the river there. Alright, well, let's see. Good call with a pair of aces. Alright, now that we're four-handed, got some couple more. We are winding down here. It is 11:56, so I'm going to play. I'll play two more big blinds and then call it a day. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think this is a really fun poker variant here. The big ante, a lot of post-flop play, deep. Nobody really knows what they're doing. You kind of have to guess and figure it out. I'm having a lot of fun. Helped that I won a lot of my pre-flop all-ins. Did not help that my one big bluff did not work, but you know, sometimes it's like that.